Hey, what's going on guys? Thfurious here, and today I want to talk a bit about GTA 5 first person mode, and more specifically the sort of problems that I find with it. Now in this video I'm going to talk specifically about the driving in first person mode, because I kind of feel like that's the biggest problem with first person mode, and it was the biggest letdown when first person mode came out for next gen. So also just to point out, this is actually the first video on this channel, so if watching this video then welcome to the channel. I'm going to be doing lots of GTA 5 stuff just like this, and hopefully some really interesting series in the future. Okay, so let's get into the topic of the video. So when first person mode first came out, obviously we saw a lot of people were using it. Pretty much everyone on YouTube was trying to use first person mode and just try it out. But nowadays it's about 7 or 8 months later after the release of first person mode, and pretty much no one is using it, and in my opinion there are a few major reasons why that is. So the main reason I think is the driving, and that's what I'm going to sort of talk about in this video. And there are a few things to do with the driving that I think just kind of let it down a bit, and it's the reason why a lot of people don't use it. So the first reason is the low field of view. So you may have noticed when you get into a car in GTA 5, it's like the camera is really zoomed in and you really can't see a whole lot of the interior, and you sort of just see the top of the steering wheel and just a little bit out of the windscreen, and that's it. Now there is an option in the settings menu to actually change the field of view while on foot. For some reason there's no option to change it while in a vehicle, so that's just a little bit disappointing in my opinion, and it kind of lets the driving down a lot. So you might see some pictures on screen right now which kind of show a little bit what I'm talking about. Just the way the field of view in the cars is just really zoomed in, and just kind of not a very good view overall. Now there are some mods on PC which allow you to change the field of view in cars, and actually seems to improve the game quite a lot and just makes it look a whole lot better. So in my opinion, Rockstar really need to add an option to change the field of view. Okay, so the second reason why I think first person mode driving isn't as good as it could be is because of the copy and paste. So I think pretty much everyone picked up on this when the game sort of first came out for next gen. It seems like Rockstar thought they could actually get away with copying and pasting all the interiors into cars, but obviously people have noticed. In case you're unaware of what I'm talking about, to sort of describe it in a simple way, let's say there's about 20 different interiors in the game for vehicles, and then there's about 200 different cars. So the interiors kind of have to spread out between all the different cars, and it ends up being like, let's say all the muscle cars have pretty much the same interior, pretty much all the supercars have pretty similar interior, and it just ends up like that, and it's kind of annoying. So the pictures you're seeing on screen right now are a couple of the sedans in the game. As you can see, there's a lot of different sort of classes of sedan here. We've got like the Super Diamond, and then we've got the Karen Asteroid, both very different class of car, one very high-end car, and then one of them just sort of an average car. As you can see, they both have exactly the same interior, despite just a little bit of a colour change in the Super Diamond. In my opinion, this sort of copying and pasting makes it feel like first-person mode just isn't finished, it's not complete. Sort of like a beta or like a test for first-person mode before the actual thing comes out. I think really it's just a massive disappointment when you have like supercars that have the same interior as like just really rubbish cars. So the next reason isn't really that big of a reason, but it's going to be the driving physics while in first person mode. So I know GTA 5's driving physics really aren't that good anyway, not very realistic, but I do feel like in third person mode they feel really sort of quite good, like easy to control and stuff, but then in first person mode something just doesn't feel quite right about it. So yeah, that's just another reason. And now the final reason why I feel like the first person mode driving just isn't very good is because of the graphics in the cars. So if you compare this one with the Forza interior here, you can see just a massive difference in how the GTA 5's interior almost looks like something out of like a PS2 or something like that. It doesn't really look like a next gen thing, and in my opinion it's just, I don't know, not as good as it could have been there, and it really could have been a lot better. Now these bad graphics really do let down first person mode in my opinion, just because in third person mode GTA 5 looks so good, you know, the graphics are really nice, lots of nice textures and lots of different sort of reflections from the sun and stuff like that. But in first person the interiors just look kind of bad, and they do look like, as I said, sort of PS2 kind of interior that you'd expect to see on a really old game and not next gen GTA 5. So overall I think there are quite a lot of things Rockstar could do to fix first person mode. First of all would be obviously to add an option to change the field of view in cars. I would really like to be able to increase that, just like you can on PC mods. Secondly would be to actually add some new interiors into the game. I mean, I wouldn't mind a few cars having their interiors changed if it meant that they would actually be different from the other cars. then finally, I'd like to see just a few minor changes, like actually making the mirrors in the car work so you can actually see what's behind you, that sort of stuff. I think that would be really cool. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be having another video coming out pretty soon, hopefully. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. Obviously, it's been the first video on the channel, so it's just going to keep getting better from here, hopefully. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.